Okay, in this next fight, it will be Japan versus Brazil. Making his mixed martial arts debut, Akira Shoji. Actually, this isn't his mixed martial arts debut. This is his second mixed martial arts fight. His first fight was a loss at the Mumax Cup by a decision. He's facing one of the most feared fighters in mixed martial arts, undefeated, Renzo Gracie.
Talking about a lot of submission skills here. Renzo is a guy who just fights everybody. He doesn't care who's opponent, who he fights. You know, submission fighter, he fights kickboxers, weight, it doesn't matter at all for him. I truly respect this guy.
In Renzo's last fight, it was in Brazil against one of the cross-country rivalries, Eugenio Taddeo, with the Luta Livre system. Now, Luta Livre and Jiu-Jitsu have this bitter rivalry over the years of which style is better. And that fight ended with a riot, and it was declared a no contest. Both men had given as well as they got in that fight. And now Renzo is going to come in and he's going to face Akira Shoji. What can we expect from Shoji? We've never really seen Shoji, but he's fighting in Japan, so he's fighting with the pride of his country behind him.
Yep, and about 45,000 people right there.
Lots of pressure. The shoulder. Lots of pressure on Shoji. Renzo inching forward. I expect Renzo doesn't want to stand and fight. He wants to body lock probably and go for a takedown. And there it is. He's got the underhooks. He's got the body lock now. And looks like Shoji is controlling the leg. But you cannot hold the ropes in pride. And the referee, Yuji Shimada, is moving Akira Shoji's arms away. Now, Shoji trying to use the ropes to his advantage because he knows that Renzo's going to take him down.
Yeah. He says, okay, I'm not holding it. But every time Renzo tries to take him down, he underhooks again. Hey, you fight a guy like that, you're going to use all the tools you have.
I expect this is going to be on the ground very soon. There it is. And Shoji almost giving his back. Now, Renzo Gracie in the mounted position in the corner. This is not a good position for Shoji, boss.
Absolutely not. In the bottom position against Gracie, no, you don't want to be there. And I saw him fight before. Renzo never lost until now in NHP. I saw him fight against a Dutch guy, Ben Spijkers. He's a judo guy from Holland. Actually real good. He was in the Olympic team and Renzo choked him out, so he's really good.
And it looks like Renzo has got that left arm of Shoji under control. And he might be trying to set him up for an armbar. And Shoji's just reaching straight up. And this is not a good thing to do in this fight against Gracie, not sticking that arm up like that, boss.
Yeah, I think that Shoji is trying to push himself under the ropes right now. Renzo should try to move him away from the ropes. Since he's got a good position, try to turn him away. You're in mount, you have a good control now. But you don't want to be there in the corner. Shoji is going to push himself, see? Okay, they're going to bring it back to the center of the ring, I guess. That's a good thing. I like this rule. Not a stand-up, you know. They're going to pull them back to the center of the ring. And there they're going to restart the fight in the same position.
I agree, because this does not penalize the ground fighter. In fact, it makes it more of an even playing field, because if they stood them back up, it would favor the stand-up fighter.
Yep.
But here, Shoji trying to buck Renzo off of him.
Yeah, which is very difficult, I can tell you that. He's coming in with good left hands to the head, left hooks. Get the underhooks in. There are not a lot of submissions you can do from the mount. I would go for striking, or yeah, straight arm where he can go for, but I don't know if this is a smart thing to do.
It's a bad position because Renzo has got the legs wrapped around the waist and he's going to go for that rear naked choke. Shoji covering up, but Shoji can't see those punches coming. There's the choke right there. Shoji has his chin down and his head turned, but it might be a mental.
It slips under.
Shoji standing up. Look at this. Look at this.
What a position.
This is like the battle of the koala bears.
I've seen those, man. I've been in Australia. They're crazy.
Shoji's using all his energy here. Is he trying
to push him out the ring?
Okay. Now that was clever.
Yeah, very clever. We don't know what they're going to do right now. They're going to start in the same position. They're going to start it standing up again.
I believe because they fell out and broke apart, they're going to start him standing again. A brilliant strategy by Akira Shoji to get out of that rear naked choke. I'm sure that angered Renzo Gracie because Renzo had him.
Whoa!
Shoji pulling for a single back into a clinch here. Renzo with the knees. Renzo driving it hard.
Body locking. Shoji got the underhooks, which is not very good for Renzo, but he's using it very well actually.
Especially since Shoji at 194 pounds has a 9-pound weight advantage over Renzo at 185.
Yeah, but Renzo fought more heavy opponents, so I don't think he really cares about that. Yeah, Renzo's trying for that hip throw. It's difficult from that position now. He's going for the underhooks.
Looks like both men resting here, planning their next move. Renzo's done fairly well with the knees, but they're in close now, so it's harder to deliver a knee strike unless you go to the knee or the leg.
Yep. Create some space. That's what they need to do in order to strike effectively with the knees. But this is a position, I don't know, you know. Yeah, they got both arms locked, so it's not that bad. But normally if you start throwing knees, they grab the legs and they're going to take you down with it. So I think the smart thing to do right now is pull them up, keep them up like this, underhook. And don't let Shoji go to the legs.
What's amazing to me is that Shoji was able to fight his way out and use this strategy to get out of some submissions from Renzo Gracie.
Left knee.
Not very many people in this weight in the world could do that.
No, you're right. Oh, he's headbutting right there. We saw Renzo making a left knee to the head. It wasn't real hard, but it was there.
He might want to go for that again because Shoji's leaning. Oh, now he's going for he's got half a guillotine here. He's going for a shoulder crank. He doesn't have the proper position though because Shoji has him straight up and down against the ring post there.
Yeah, in the corner, he cannot twist him to the right or to the left. It's difficult. Whatever he's going to do, whatever Renzo is going to do, he's going to throw him against the ropes. So push his head down, Shoji's head, to the ground so he cannot grab the legs. But hey, always the best people are watching. That's what they say in Holland. The best boat drivers are on shore, the captains.
Looks like Renzo's barely breathing in this fight right now. Not a lot of energy being expended. One thing about fighting in Japan when a match like this happens, boss, and I know you know this because you've fought many times in Japan, the Japanese audience will be so silent you can hear a pin drop.
It is unbelievable. I was in Pancras. I was not allowed to talk anymore because I spoke a lot with my corner, like talking about things. And it was not allowed anymore to be in the corner and talk to your opponent. So what I did, I put my corner man all the way in the back of the hall. And he was shouting from the back of the hall to me all the instructions. And I could hear him clear because everybody was quiet. It was a perfect strategy. Here we go for the front choke.
Yeah, Renzo's got the guard, but he's got one of the arms in. And Shoji using a lot of energy here trying to stay up. He could possibly win by submission. Shoji trying to smother Renzo. Renzo's got Shoji's left arm in, and he's cranking him, but he doesn't have the right position.
No, with an arm closed inside together with the head, I don't believe you can finish somebody.
I've seen it happen, but it's very rare.
Yeah, very rare. The only thing that you have to do when you get caught in it is turn your throat away from the choke. So face his body, look to his ribs, and it's gone.
Usually people that finish someone with a half a guillotine with the arm in like that have a strength advantage over their opponents because Shoji, being the bigger of the two, could muscle his way out.
Yeah.
So he wasn't in danger of being submitted there.
Yep.
Although it did make him weaker because it still creates pressure and it affects your breathing.
Yeah, but I don't know. Renzo is throwing away a lot of energy. If Renzo thinks that he's got him in that choke, he was pulling and pulling and pulling, and I don't think that's a good thing in a fight, especially when you stand up again. After you pull hard and hard and hard, it's very difficult to punch and to strike.
That's an excellent point. Renzo on the bottom with the guard around Akira Shoji. Those of you who are new at mixed martial arts, the guard means that the person on the bottom has both his legs around the person on top's waist, sometimes open, sometimes locked, as we see Renzo's feet are locked. Shoji chopping away with punches to the body, a smart tactic, although it's really hard to stop someone being in that close.
Yeah.
You can't get a lot of distance on those punches. They really, really do damage to the ribs.
Yep, and distance is what you need to strike 100%.
I expect the referees are going to pull them to the center of the ring again and restart them in Gracie's guard.
Yeah, they have to, because this is it's difficult fighting under the ropes.
It's funny because end of round one. Okay, end of round one. Shoji made it through that round, ended up on top, escaped not one but two choke submission attempts by Renzo Gracie. The first being the rear naked choke, and the second being the guillotine.
And it was a very smart thing that he did, you know, throw him out of the ring. Here we go.
Round two. Akira Shoji bouncing around, blinking that left eye a little bit.
Renzo actually looking comfortable like this. Normally the jiu-jitsu fighters, you see them standing, they're leaning all the way back and they have like a really strange boxing stance, but Renzo actually has a boxing stance, and there he comes.
Well, Renzo has said that he has worked on his boxing and that he can punch. So maybe he's looking to land that right hand.
Yeah, he came close to it already. But I don't know. The way when I look at Shoji, it's looks like he can take a shot, just by the looks of him.
Yeah, the short, stocky build, not a long neck. Renzo shooting in, Shoji sprawling. Renzo on the bottom. Shoji almost getting Renzo Gracie's back. Nice work by Akira Shoji.
Very beautiful. This was very beautiful. He should have passed the guard though, because he was in the perfect position.
Well, Renzo did nice work as well, because as quickly as Shoji sprawled and went for Renzo's back, Renzo rolled out and pulled guard.
Yep.
So an excellent sequence there, grappling-wise, by both fighters. Offensive by Gracie, turned into defense by Shoji. Looking like...
Look what Shoji does here. He's pushing his jaw into the throat of Renzo. He's using also his jaw to push on the side of the head of Renzo. He's headbutting, he's using all the tools. Look at this.
Boss, was there ever a time in your fighting career, during your pancrase career, that you invented a move in a fight that you had never used before?
Well, there was a time that I saw a day before on a big screen when we were walking in Tokyo, somebody making a heel hook. And I said, hey, that's a cool move. And then the next day I had a fight and I was in that same position as that guy was on the big screen. And I thought, you know, let's try it, see if it works. And I broke actually somebody's shin bone with it. So I won that fight. It was pretty cool.
So we would say that you have a pretty quick learning curve then.
Oh yeah, I do, pretty much. I have to, because I'm totally new in the game. I was totally new in the game, and I have to learn a lot. I spend a lot of time on it, you know. Submissions, it's very important nowadays.
Now, you've been in the position that Shoji's been in, having your second fight in Japan. What kind of feeling is he going through right now, fighting a guy like Gracie?
Yeah, you know, for him it's a no-lose situation. He fought one time. If he's going to beat Renzo, he beats one of the best fighters in the world. If he's going to lose to Renzo, you know, there's no big losing there, because it's Renzo Gracie. So everything that he's going to give, it's going to be good.
Enzo looks like he's trying to triangle that leg around Shoji's left arm. And now, oh,
here we go.
Enzo going for, oh, Shoji pulling out of harm's way. He almost got shoulder lock there. Shoji standing up. Look at Shoji bouncing back and forth like, come on. Enzo's probably thinking, wait a minute, I tried everything on this guy. How do I get this guy out of here?
Yeah, I'm telling you, this guy, and he looks in shape, look at him.
But look at the look in his eyes, boss. He's got such fire in his eyes, such spirit.
The samurai spirit, here we go again. It's typical Japanese. These guys want to go. They rather get choked out or knocked out. They will never tap or quit.
Now, Renzo is very dangerous in this position when he stands back up. Standing back up. Renzo looks like he's getting a little winded here.
Yeah, listen, if you go for submissions and you throw all your power in because you think you have him and then the guy escapes, that's not something that doesn't cost any energy. So, of course, he's winded. And it's what I said, he's pulling and pulling and pulling, and then you have to get up again. But and then striking, it's very difficult combination.
I think that Shoji, because he's got the lack of experience, is not pursuing him and taking advantage of his windedness.
Yep.
Because Shoji knows that Renzo is dangerous in a variety of different ways.
Yeah, if I was Shoji, I would start throwing bombs. But yeah.
But maybe Shoji doesn't have the striking background.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're just waiting, but I mean, come on.
Shoji obviously has some grappling skill because he was able to avoid Renzo's submission attempts. Now, sweat is a factor at this point. Because if you're working with a gi, submissions are quite a bit easier, but when the body is slick, it's like you've got oil poured over your body, and it's really hard to lock out those submissions, especially around the neck, because Shoji's got such a short little neck. It's hard to get the legs or the arms positioned around that neck.
Yeah, plus you're wearing the gloves, especially chokes. It's real difficult. You have to slide a choke in. You have to slit it in, otherwise it won't work. It's very uncommon, you know. It's very strange when you would choke somebody with the gloves. It's easy to defend.
That was a crack and roll kick there by Renzo.
I saw it. I couldn't believe it. I think that's the first Gracie we see throw a kick.
Good defense there by Shoji to that left hook. Shoji coming firing back with his own right low kick.
Whoa, takedown again. Good defense, but maybe not good
Too high, but Shoji going for his own half guillotine. Renzo really driving for that single, but using a lot of energy in the meantime. Shoji really smart, keeping that left leg way back, using it to steer any direction. That way it doesn't get flipped over.
Stop, don't move.
They're going to restart the fighters, same position, toward the center of the ring.
Yep. And Shoji, we see him using his cup to push down the head of Renzo Gracie, which is also a very smart thing. You control the head, you control the rest of the body. He can't come up.
You mean with a protective?
Yes.
Cup.
Yes, with a protective cup.
Got it. Just wanted to make sure we were clear on that.
Oh no, we are. And he goes, single leg.
Renzo really driving it hard. Renzo almost got the, and there he goes. Renzo finally gets the takedown.
No, this is the position he wants to be in.
Now Shoji's got Renzo locked up pretty good. Got the overhook with the right arm, and Renzo's hand cupped in. We'll see if Renzo can pass Shoji's guard, or if he can just maybe start to punch Shoji from this position.
Yeah, he probably can. Here we go.
Renzo almost getting the mount. Renzo got the mount of position, but Renzo almost getting flipped over, and Shoji bucking up. Shoji slipping out the back door, almost into an armbar. Shoji pulling out of an armbar.
Wow.
Look at that.
This guy, we're going to hear from this guy.
That was impressive, and as I said before, boss, the sweat.
That's it.
Makes a big difference.
The sweat made him escape the half guard, but then the sweat worked also against him when he went for the submission again.
And Renzo, being a little tired now, couldn't just hang on for dear life, because you've got to give it up. If you know you don't have the submission, why waste the energy?
Yeah, just relax. I would put my hands behind me so you have more control. Yeah, you know, he's really tired. He wants to rest.
Now, Shoji is smart here because he doesn't lunge in, because in Renzo's second to last fight, he fought Oleg Taktarov, and Oleg was in the same position Shoji is in. He leaned over, Renzo threw a kick straight up and knocked Oleg Taktarov out. Shoji knows that.
Oh, yeah.
Shoji's not going to stick his face up over Renzo because Renzo will shoot that kick straight up because he's got all of the earth underneath him and just a heel going straight up. Shoji's smart. Shoji should just back up.
I think so too, man. He should or start kicking, don't give him the time to breathe, don't give him the time to recover, or stand back, let him get up, or just start kicking the legs, do something. Every time you attack somebody, his breathing rhythm is disturbed, you know. Right now, he can rest. He's totally resting. If you start attacking him, kicking the legs, start to kick the body, it sounds strange, but you can, it will break his rhythm and he will get tired.
I think by watching Shoji, not knowing a great deal about him, I would bet that his striking training is minimal compared to his grappling training by what he's not throwing.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Although that was a good shot.
Yeah.
Renzo imploring him down into a ground fight, but Shoji not willing to engage Renzo in his strengths, saying, "Oh no, you come up here."
Yeah, so listen, man, step back. If you want to have him on his feet, just step back and let him get up. But yeah, he doesn't really want to do that too.
No, he doesn't.
No, this could be a long fight like this.
Yeah, I think that Shoji is making the fight at this point.
Yep, oh, for sure.
This is not really. Okay, that's the end of round 2.
Thank God for that, because
now I would have to say that Shoji did the best work in that round.
I think so too. He had all the escapes. Renzo had all the attacks, all the attempts, but Shoji just slipped out, escaped out. Renzo throwing a lot of power away. It's a good fight.
It really is, and the thing that impresses me is for the lack of experience that Shoji has. He's gone up against a gladiator like Renzo. Look, Renzo getting his back, and Shoji's doing exactly what he should do, but almost getting caught there, but having both hands together and just banging his way out, and all fired up.
It was a
one
beautiful,
of our lovely, lovely Pride ring girls.
It was a beautiful transition, going from the choke, Shoji shaked him off, and then he went straight for the armbar. Beautiful. It was beautiful work from Renzo.
This is where Renzo Gracie must dig deep, because after 2 long rounds, Renzo has not beaten this guy.
Oh no, he needs a knockout or he needs a submission. And it looks like Shoji is getting stronger and stronger. He's got all the spirit, all the people want to see him win. And he wants to, to prove something. It looks like this is very determined.
Beautiful right low kick, boss.
Yeah. Those gonna take his toll.
And he set it up off a fake jab. That's one of the classic techniques that people from Holland use. They use that left jab and then the right low kick right behind it. Renzo with a good cracking right roundhouse kick to the body.
Just feeling each other out. Wild hand. Yeah, what do they do? What should we don't know anything, Shoji. Those low kicks, he cannot take too many of those low kicks.
Well, we know that Shoji has probably seen some kickboxing, maybe even K1, living in Japan. And so he probably, by emulation alone, we don't know, he may have been training those, but he's got a strong leg, and Renzo's shooting in again, throwing it high. Shoji with an uppercut, partly grazed against Renzo, didn't land cleanly.
Well,
but Renzo seems to be a little bit puzzled about how to deal with Akira Shoji.
Yeah, it's like you see him thinking what to do. Set it up. I would, if I were him, set up some strikes, go back, set up some more strikes, and then the third time, then go for the dive, go for the leg. Right now, Shoji has a real good takedown defense, at least on Renzo's shot. So I would try to fake him out a little bit with some punches.
as you said before, Shoji is in a no-lose situation because Renzo, having been so dominant in his other fights against most of his other opponents, really hasn't shown dominance other than like the first round he was in control, but the second round he wasn't. And now he may be tired, and Shoji is still standing there in front of him. So Renzo needs to impose that legacy of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu on Shoji, but he's not able to at this moment.
No, you're absolutely right, man. But it's difficult. He can't figure him out. He doesn't know anything about Shoji. He got the low kick again. You see their legs are getting red already. He can't figure him out. He says, I can't submit him. The guy's slipping out of everything.
Oh, that is red. That's quite a bruise.
Good low kicks.
Boss, you know, the kicks to the leg the next day and the next week, it's brutal.
Oh, yeah. Even the day on the event, if he can keep throwing them, it's going to hurt him. His takedown is going to go away. You know, he doesn't have his leg anymore. He cannot use his leg anymore. So gone takedown.
One thing that Shoji is doing is he's waiting till the right moment to throw the low kick. Because if you throw a low kick at the wrong moment, it's easy to scoop the leg and get a takedown. And he doesn't want to really go to the mat again because Renzo, he can take a guy out late. He can take him out early with those submissions.
Yeah, he should set everything up like he did before. Give a punch, then a low kick, or a left straight, or a left hook with a low kick. Maybe a combination and a low kick. But if I was him, I would focus on the right low kick now.
Renzo Gracie is the winner of an 8-man no-holds-barred tournament, the World Combat Championship. Renzo shooting in, coming up short with that shot, and Shoji on top in control here. Renzo in the turtle position.
Not a good position to be in.
Knees to the head here. Evidently, they do not allow knees in this fight. Renzo pulling guard. As I was saying before, Renzo in 1995, October 17th to be exact, made it through 3 wins to win the World Combat Championships, defeating Ben Spiker from Holland, Phil Benedict from the USA, and James Waring, who's a former world champion at kickboxing and boxing. So he's gone an endurance route over one evening, winning 3 fights. But this is more like one long fight rather than 3 fights.
Yeah, and especially against a guy like Shoji, you see now. The guy is an energizer guy. He keeps going. It looks like I said before, he's getting stronger, it looks like. Okay, we're gonna set something up, it looks like. Shoji better stay very close to him and don't give him any room to go for submissions. This is the best position for him to be in right now. Could be a long fight, this one.
Isso aí, vamos buscar, vamos respirar para tentar dar mais uma raspagem.
I think one of the things that Renzo didn't expect from the newcomer Akira Shoji is the fact that he didn't make very many mistakes.
Yep.
And the mistakes he did make, he fought his way out of. Oh, knees to the tailbone there.
I'm telling you, those hurt too. If you keep doing them, if you keep kneeing him there, it's going to hurt him later on in the fight.
Faltam 4 minutos, 4.
Oh, he's going for the arm.
Oh, there's that leg. He's trying to shoulder lock, but Shoji, to his credit, is keeping he's keeping the arms locked behind Renzo's body. So it's going to be very difficult for Renzo to get that leg in front of Shoji's face.
Ele tá agarrado numa mão na outra embaixo de você. Só isso que ele tá fazendo.
Yeah, he's got to stay low here. You cannot give him any room. Give him any room for Renzo to put his leg under, his foot under. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's going to try for that shoulder crank maybe later on when he sits up, but otherwise.
He's trying for the shoulder crank, but he's also
Now he turns it.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Excellent. That was just perfect because he set it up like he had given up on the hold. Shoji relaxed. Oh my
and
God!
Again, that's up.
Shoji. Wow.
What a guy.
That little sequence there should be part of every mixed martial arts highlight reel about how to grapple effectively and with action, boss.
Oh, yeah. He lost totally the mount position. He was mount, he was striking, he twists, stand up, and that's it. It's like he's just getting up and getting out. Unbelievable.
Look at that leg.
Oy, 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 oy.
You're right, boss. Shoji should go back to the low kick.
That's it. And especially further in the fight, because the more tired Renzo's going to get, the more difficult for him it's going to be to take Shoji down. So you can take some risks and then start kicking the leg.
Well, it's funny because a lot of this fight they've been looking at each other or laying on each other, but little moments like that last moment are in a way worth waiting for.
They make the whole fight. They make it all, everything worthly.
Look at the look in Shoji's face. Such determination. But Renzo has not changed his determination at all. But in the back of his mind, he must be thinking, what do I have to do to this guy?
I'm telling you, he's trying to figure out everything. Yeah, like I said before, I think the best game plan is to start striking and then for a takedown, do something. But all the takedown attacks he had, the attempts, they were stopped by Shoji.
I think
Pretty much all of them.
I think that in a fight like this, we can see where these fighters are both primarily, with the exception of a few kicks, primarily trained in grappling.
Yeah.
And they're probably both thinking, boy, what if I knew how to box like Mike Tyson, or what if I knew how to kickbox like Bas Rutten or Peter Arts? What would happen here? I think maybe in the backs of their minds, it's always going back to the drawing board after a fight like this, where you're frustrated, you can't dominate the other guy. You want to go back and figure out new tools in which to do that.
That's exactly it. Now they're going to go back and they're going to train. They're going to concentrate more on striking, which is going to make them a better fighter, more overall.
Because the wrestling and the submission grappling has been pretty good by both men, although Shoji hasn't really gone for any submissions. But who would want to go for a submission against Renzo? Renzo knows every counter for every submission. Shoji looks like he's getting fired up here.
And then right motive again, he should keep going. He should keep going.
I'm telling you, Shoji's condition is unbelievable in this fight.
Nice defense.
Good defense. Shoji wailing away here. Shoji really catching a second and third wind here. Is he going to get a mount on Renzo?
No. He stopped the mount.
Oh, pounding away, and Renzo trying that up kick. Look at Shoji.
Look at this guy.
He's fighting like it was the first round. Like, come on, stand up.
Wow. Oh, he's there to fight. That's one thing for sure.
Well, you heard the crowd, and I would have to say that this crowd is going to want to see Akira Shoji again.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is, the end of round three, and
the end of the fight.
Renzo Gracie kips up, but he can't be really happy with his performance, and he doesn't look happy.
No, because all the things that he went for, they didn't work. And I think it's kind of frustrating if you do that against a guy who nobody knows. You know, he's quite a newcomer, and he did.
I don't know. On a fight like this, it's really hard to determine a winner because it's a draw. The fight is a draw, and I think that's fair because both men tried their best, but Shoji was never on the verge of finishing Renzo, nor was Renzo on the verge of finishing Shoji.
Yeah.
So I like a draw. Maybe a rematch down the road.
Oh, that would be something, huh?
There's Renzo on top.
Look at this escape. This is our favorite escape.
Now Shoji mounted. Shoji's flipping out the back door. Look at that beautiful out the back door escape. It was that textbook. And look at Shoji. Come on.
Beautiful.
Listen to this guy.